Welcome back to It Was Never a Phase Cards. In today's video, we have some massive news. We have the Phantasmal Flames, or on the Japanese side, Inferno X, all the secret rares being leaked. So we have official confirmation that that Charizard is officially real. I'm sure you saw it in the thumbnail. So let's just jump straight into it. And this is one of the best images that we have currently. Now this is coming from somebody who's been opening the Japanese set, Inferno X, early. And now we have a clearer look at the card. We knew that the artist had done some previous work in Black Bolt and White Flare. And this card, regardless of how maybe a few people think, I feel like the majority of people are really going to like this card and are very excited. This card goes really hard, in my opinion, because you got the not only do you have like the Charmander here, you have the Charmeleon, a regular Charizard, and then the Mega Charizard X up top. Man, this is just such a stunning card. I can't wait to see this in person. Unfortunately, probably going to be a very expensive card. However, there is a little bit of hope as the set is actually rather small. So as far as how many illustration rares, this card actually should be kind of fairly easier to pull. So I don't know, that's obviously going to affect the price because there will be more of them and they'll be easier to pull. So that kind of is good news for us collectors. So that is a kind of a positive thing. Think kind of Obsidian Flames with that Charizard. Really not that difficult to pull. It does depend on the pull rates unless for some reason they like ramp them up on the English side. So that will be something if they make like just any SIR more difficult to pull in general. That could, change things. So that is remain to be seen. Mega Evolution base set is coming out this week in the US, and I don't think the pull rates have really changed too drastically, but that doesn't mean that they can't make them tougher for Phantasmal. They have obviously made adjustments in pull rates mid-era, like they did that a lot with Scarlet and Violet as well. So just something to keep in mind. However, just off the gate, let me know in the comments, how are you guys feeling about this card? I'm super excited for this card. Personally, I think it looks great. There is one downside currently that we're seeing, which is the lack of a special illustration rare for Gengar. Currently, it looks like that is not going to be included in the set. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but let's talk about the other cards. Let's just go through everything that we know. There is a gold Charizard, the new rarity. It's Mega Ultra Rare. So this is a whole new rarity of gold. Obviously, I think that both the Lucario and Gardevoir from Mega Evolution base set looked really nice in this Mega Ultra Rare. So I would assume, and those have been carrying some pretty hefty price tags, like over $400 on the Japanese side. We haven't really seen what the price tag is going to be like on the English side yet, because we still haven't really gotten to the full release of Mega Evolution yet. Obviously, some people have been doing pre-release, and some cards are definitely floating out there, but we don't really have enough out there to really kind of see what the actual prices are going to be. But Mega Charizard X gold card. People probably are a little torn on this new gold. I personally like the new golds. I think they look really stunning. So we'll have to wait and see how this card shapes up as well. But obviously a new rarity. So we'll have to see what the pull rates are on this. But it looks like this is going to be the only gold card from the set, as it's a little bit smaller. I wish they would have made the set a little bit bigger. And like I would have loved to have a Mega Gengar SAR in a Gengar gold card, but it doesn't look like we're getting that, and that's totally fine. I think this is going to be enough, and I think that maybe this time around we also have a Dawn right here getting a special illustration rare as well. I know that we're looking at the Japanese side in a special art rare, not a special illustration rare, but on the English side they're going to be SIRs, so that's why I've been calling them that. But off of this, I think it's going to be a little bit of a different feel this time, because compared to Obsidian Flames is what I'm referencing. How Obsidian Flames came out and it was kind of more of a dud out the gate of the Charizard set. I think that there's more hype around them in the market in general, and I think that this set's probably going to do well. Things are just so crazy. But we have a Mega Lopunny special illustration rare as well. I think this card looks fine. I think it looks cool. I like still doing the two different like color patterns that they're doing on these cards. I think they look good. Next up, now this is, I feel like possibly I don't know if it's gonna end up being underrated, but this is a really cool Mega Sharpedo. I think this card looks really cool. I've never been a Sharpedo fan, really, if I'm being honest. But this card looks super cool. I really like this card. Once again, I like the color patterns that they're choosing, like with the little colorway changing. This card looks really great as well. So definitely going to be more affordable than your Charizard and stuff like that. But maybe a little bit of an under the radar card. I think this card looks super cool, so I would not be upset if I pulled this card. So the Mega Sharpedo, I think SIR looks good. Now we're getting a Rotom SIR, which we've gotten a lot of Rotom cards in the past, IRs and whatnot, but apparently we need more. I didn't feel like we needed more. But I don't hate it. I think it's kind of cool. You got the different versions of him in the background. It's probably a nice looking card, but this would be one where maybe be like, okay, I'm a little, this is the SIR I pulled. So personally, not the biggest Rotom fan, so we'll have to see, but I don't hate it by any means. It's just not really one of my favorites currently. Then we have this. So this is the Oricorio. Now this is potentially a big card for a few reasons. Now, this may be our promo for the UPC, the Phantasmal Flames UPC. We don't know quite yet. I kind of hope it's not, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the reason I say this is kind of a big card potentially is the artist. This is a Shinji Kondo artwork card, if you couldn't tell. I'm not really the biggest Oricorio fan, but I like Shinji Kondo's art style, and I think that this card looks super cool. So I would expect that this one's, if it's not a promo, I would expect that it's going to come a little bit hotter out of the gate after what we just saw from Seismitoad. Albeit Seismitoad had the whole 666 thing going on with the possible, thing in the card. But I still think that there's some Shinji Kondo like hype in general. So I think that we could potentially see this coming out a little bit hotter. I don't think people are going to sleep on this if it's a normal card. If it's a promo, it probably will still do well. It just won't be quite as crazy as if it was a regular special illustration rare. I'm talking in the English set. It'll probably still do well on the Japanese side, obviously, because we've seen that Seismitoad do well on the Japanese side as well. So Shinji Kondo SIR, I'm down for that. That's super cool. I actually end up liking that card. I mean, apparently you could just have him draw any Pokemon and it's going to look cool. So I'm excited for that one personally. Then obviously we talked about the Charizard already, but we'll just take a second just to appreciate how cool it is here. I like also the different color flames, the little bit of the contrast between like the orange, the reddy orange to the deep blues. That's a fun contrast. So yeah, we have that SIR. We have an energy. And then we're getting into the secret rares here. This is, I think, that little like octagon fight cage that the Charcadet is looking at in the promo card, the ETB promo. And then we have another trainer card, Dawn again, another trainer. Nothing too crazy here. I will say I'm trying to fast forward. You got to switch. I'm trying to get to these cards. Now these are the full arts, and if you're not familiar, because obviously maybe you haven't opened we haven't really seen the English stuff come out yet as of this recording, but these cards are actually textured, starting with Mega Evolution base, like this card right here, the Sharpedo. So this full art is actually textured, and these cards, it really like raises the level of them. So it'll be interesting to see moving forward. Obviously they'll be easier to pull still, but I do like that they're actually textured. They look really good. We've been seeing on the English side some mega of the full art start to roll out and see some like really nice, better photos of them, and they look really great. So I'm a fan of the textured full arts there. Then we have let's see, we got a Miss Magus, we got another Rotom here, Oricorio, and then like this one. So this is that Charizard. You can see this is the full art, but it's textured. You got Mega Charizard and then regular Charizard like in the background. I think this is super cool as well. We potentially, once again, pull rates are going to dictate things, right? Supply and demand and all that stuff. But this is a really nice looking card. I think that people are really going to flock to these. I think that you can tell that this card pops just from this photo. So this is another one I really can't wait to see in person. I think it's going to look really great. Mega Heracross is also in this set. I forgot about our boy Mega Heracross. But same thing right here. You get the texture on the secret rare or the full art. Some illustration rares to go over as well, or art rares in Japanese. This one's fun. I like this actually, how colorful this is with all the berries. nicer look at that card as well. And then here, possibly my favorite illustration rare of the set is actually this Wigglytuff. Super adorable. Just singing with all of the Jigglypuff. So this card I did not expect to get, and when I saw this card, I was like, "Oh dang, that's nice." So a little Gen 1 action, Gen 1 love for all of us older collectors there. I like this card. That's super fun. Must have for the collection. We talked about this card recently, the Togedemaru. Yeah, another nice art rare. Nothing wrong with it. Looks good. Toxtricity. This one wasn't revealed. I think it took a minute for this card to surface as of like last night when all the leaks were coming out. Nice looking illustration rare. I'd like to see a higher resolution photo, but we have Toxtricity as well, a Flygon illustration rare, a little low res on the photo there. And then previously revealed is the Zacian. We saw this already. And what else? Yamper here. Oh, that's a fun one. A nice little cute illustration rare. A really nice Piplup as well. I think that this is super adorable. I like him just chilling on this little ice mountain with some winter flowers growing. Dugong getting an illustration rare. This one nice to see as well. So another, Gen 1 Pokemon finally getting some love. Dugong definitely underrated. I would say. So nice to see. And then this is that Charcadet. This is going to be on the English side, our promo for the Elite Trainer box, but obviously on the Japanese side, it's just an art rare. So this is a fun card as well. I do like that card. Nimble here, another nice little art rare or illustration rare, if you will. Another one. I mean, for like some of these lower end ones that probably going to be aren't as valuable, they are at least nice looking. You can say that they've stayed very consistent with their art style of everything that they've been doing. All the arts are great. So that's all we have for that. That is all of the secret rares being revealed. Now, off of that, there is another card here. This is the Haunter. Now, this will be in the English side, so this will be a normal illustration rare, or should be. And also this Meloetta we're getting on the English side. Now, these originally came out of these battle decks on the Japanese side. Here's what it looks like on the English side, just the Mega Battle deck. So I would assume that these would be included in the set, hopefully. I don't have 100% confirmation on the English side, but it would make sense that we would get this Haunter illustration rare, because we're not getting the Gengar special illustration rare, which is, once again, I think a bit unfortunate. And we're also not getting that Mega Diancie either. But here's the other looks at the Japanese boxes. Here's the Mega Diancie deck box. This is what our English stuff's based off of. And then the Mega Gengar box, obviously just like a regular EX. So we should be seeing just a Mega Gengar regular EX and also Mega Diancie regular EX. So that's what you guys can expect from that. Also, as of this recording, this has not dropped yet, but the Phantasmal Flames Charizard UPC could be dropping, could have already dropped by the time you're seeing this video. I don't know. It is Tuesday. We had some on, as far as Pokemon Center drops go. Yesterday, we did have some product drop. It obviously wasn't the UPC we were hoping it was going to be, but it was some older boxes that actually had some pretty good packs. Supposedly, if those are accurate, they can always change the packs, but it looked like it was some Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies from a Hoopa and a Pikachu box. So that was actually kind of cool, but I didn't get to score any. It wasn't a big supply. We are hearing that if this, I'll try to go live today. If this goes, the Pokemon Center queue goes up, we're hearing that there's a ton of these that were printed. We'll see how easy that is to get. So this is going to be a very desirable product, obviously, because of this set in general. I think it has a nice promo card. I like this promo. We don't know for 100% sure if this is the Oricorio promo that we're getting from this, or if it's going to be that SIR that we just revealed. So we'll have to see which one it is. I would hope that it's this and they save the Oricorio for the actual set, but we'll have to wait and see. Apparently, they're not afraid to make SIRs into promos. So we'll have to wait and see how that kind of shakes out. And just a quick reminder, if you're not familiar with what's in this box, you get a ton of packs, and the packs are loaded. I think this is a really top tier pack selection. Just to summarize, 4 Phantasmal Flames, 4 Mega Evolution, 4 Destined Rivals, for Journey Together, which is kind of the little bit of the Journey Together, not quite as good of a set. And then, but then 2 Surging Sparks. If they could have swapped out and done 4 Surging and 2 Journey, I think that would have made this product even better. But I think that pack selection is so great. So off of that, you know, obviously you have a chance to pull that SIR that we just saw, the Mega Charizard. You have and a gold potentially, or that gold Charizard, and then in the Mega you have a chance to pull either the Lucario or the Venusaur SIRs, and then you could pull the Mewtwo out of Destined Rivals. Journey Together, I mean, you know, you still have the chance to pull that Lily's Clefairy and then the Pikachu out of Surging Sparks. So you have a chance to pull a lot of great cards. I like it when there's multiple pack selections, and I also like it when it spans multiple eras. I think that that's fun. So not only are you getting Mega Block, but you're getting Scarlet and Violet Block cards as well. And then off of this, if you haven't seen, the playmat, the deck box, and the sleeves are really nice looking stuff. So that's super cool. Obviously, this is going to be a very popular product just based off of the box alone, being a very, very nice looking Charizard box. This will be a nice display piece for those sealed collectors as well. We'll see what the limit is for the Pokemon Center queue. If that goes live today, I'm hoping it's a limit 2, although I could really see them doing a limit 1. Limit 2 would literally be perfect. I could get 1 to keep sealed and 1 to open. That's my plan. That's my hope. But, you know, it's probably going to be limit 1. I mean, maybe if I was in charge, I'd probably make it limit 1 just so more people could get it. So I would totally understand if that's what they end up doing. But so expect that possibly today, maybe this week. We don't know. But like I said, I'll try and go live when the queue goes live. Hopefully that is helpful. People have said that that's helpful. So that should be fun. You guys can come and hang out in the live if you guys are around. And then we talked about this again recently, but just mention it while it's here since we have some photos. We still are. I feel like people have forgotten about this already, but there's a Team Rocket's Moltres EX UPC coming as well. The pack selection is pretty good in here as well. You're getting like only 2 of Destined Rivals, but then you're getting like 4 of all the previous mainline sets going back, I believe. It's kind of hard to see in this photo. You're getting, okay, so it's 2 Destined Rivals, 2 Mega. Oh, I think is it 2? It looks like 2 Twilight, 4 Journey, 4 Surging, and then honestly, I'm having a hard time seeing what these other packs are. This has to be... It's a little hard for me to see if I'm being completely honest. So the pack selection is not quite as good. I really think they dropped the ball with only 2 Destined Rivals. That's a big old flop. Should have at least been 4, if not more, considering it's kind of like themed that way. But anyways, you do get a really nice looking promo. They're doing the Team Rocket's Moltres stamped, SIR stamped. So I feel like that's a little bit controversial as well. But a nice playmat, deck box, and all that stuff looks really good. And the box itself looks good too. So that's what we have for you guys. It was a big reveal. I think a big reveal. Everything dropped pretty quickly from those people opening the Japanese sets early. The Japanese set for Inferno X doesn't officially release until this Friday, the same day as the English Mega Evolution, so Friday in Japan is actually Thursday for us. So I would expect we're going to start seeing, obviously, Japanese Inferno X boxes starting to make their way stateside and other places. So expect to see more of those boxes starting to be ripped soon. You'll probably see that everywhere. People will be really chasing that Charizard. And I think things could get very interesting. Like I was mentioning earlier, just kind of based off of pull rates, they're definitely going to play a factor. If they change the pull rates, the set size, it is a much smaller set. So if pull rates stay kind of where they've been at, which in the past, it's roughly, it kind of varies a little, but it's roughly been like 1 out of 60 packs for an SIR. And if you multiply that by the number of SIRs, there's really not that many in this set. It wouldn't be that difficult to pull that Charizard. So we'll have to see kind of how that all plays out. And also, you know, supply chain of product. We're hearing that there is going to be some delays possibly on Phantasmal Flames. Obviously, Mega Evolution was a split release, 60% coming at release, 40% coming later of what we would normally get. So there's less product coming, and we're hearing possible delays for Phantasmal Flames, but we're hearing that the UPC numbers are really high. So where are all those UPCs going? How many are going to be available on Pokemon Center? How many are going to distribution? And how many are going to big box retailers? There's a lot, right? When you start to think about it all, it's all going to play a factor. So that's all I have for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully that UPC drop goes live today and we all score. Like, good luck to everybody. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this one. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.